Okay, we'll go ahead and reconvene a special meeting of the Folsom City Council, and I believe, Mr. City Attorney, we have no action to report?
That is correct. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, with that, we'll go ahead and adjourn the special meeting of Folsom City Council and call to order the regular meeting of the Folsom City Council for Tuesday, May 22nd. The clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Howell.
Here.
Morin.
Here.
Sheldon. Gaylord.
Here.
And Miklos.
Here, if you'd all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to have you with us this evening. And so, Ms. Clerk, do we have any agenda updates?
You have no agenda updates this evening.
Okay, so call the first item, please.
Your first scheduled presentation tonight is a presentation by the Sacramento Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District.
Seems like we're just here.
Yeah.
Craig, I think you were. See, about a year ago. Good evening. Thank you guys for coming back. Appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. My name's Gary Goodman. I'm the district manager for Sacramento Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District, and we always appreciate the invitation to come out. It is funny that we do come out once a year. We typically never get invited back. So, I mean, it's usually, it's one more year. We get a 12-month leeway to try to be able to move through. But we do want to thank Craig, has actually been on our board for 40 years, which is surprising in and of itself that someone can deal with mosquitoes for that long a period of time. But always great insight and helps drive our board, which is, we very much appreciate the appointment of Craig to our board. So this is my time to try to talk a little bit about what we anticipate for this upcoming season, what we do on a general basis to try to do education, and then changes or with our particular program, what we're generally asking the public to try to help us with as we've come through the mosquito season. So we're now in May, the weather's starting to warm up, we've gotten rid of all of our rain, and now we're going to start to see mosquito production. And
Except it's supposed to rain this weekend.
Yes, yeah, except for it's supposed to rain this weekend. So, so our district is all of Sacramento and Yolo County. We cover 2,000 square miles, and so it is very diverse from the perspective of here, from Folsom all the way down to Elk Grove is just constant residential property. And then, of course, we're surrounded by quite a bit of agriculture, and specifically in Yolo County, we have rice fields that are surrounded by Davis and woodland, so you have a lot of mosquitoes that from the agricultural sections that tend to come and fly their way into town, and so that's one of the bigger challenges that we have associated with that, of dealing with almost 2 million people total within our district. So some habitats are very easy for us to spot. You look at irrigation ditches, you look at rice fields, wetland areas, those types of things. Detention basins are a big one for us. Anywhere where you have the large standing bodies of water and then vegetation interface. That's perfect for mosquitoes to breed because they have some place to hide. They don't like open water or running streams because mosquito larvae are very small, and so they don't really have the strength there. So they're really looking for that vegetation-water interface to be able to try to breed. And so these are easy sources for us to spot. You can drive right by them and you go, oop, now I need to go check that out and see where my mosquito breeding might be. The more difficult ones for us to spot are the backyard sources. What is in your backyard? It's difficult for us to see behind fences, behind your house, and specifically as we may have these recent rains that have come through and or summer rains, which are sprinklers, fill up any container that may be in your yard. So small buckets, toys, dog dishes, bird baths, all of those things that sprinklers may fill up, if it doesn't drain within 5 to 7 days, it probably is going to start breeding mosquitoes. Mosquitoes don't really need a lot of water to breed. They can breed in just a tablespoon or a bottle cap of water. So anything in people's yards that might hold water for just more than a few days is going to be a problem for us. And so this is where we always ask the public to be able to try to identify, are you breeding mosquitoes or are you having a problem with mosquitoes? And that way we can come out and maybe find some of these cryptic sources and take care of the problem immediately. So we use what we call integrated mosquito management measures. The first one's public information. We have a very active social media platform with Twitter and Facebook. Our website is very active. We have a number of folks that visit that. And of course, we have even an email sign-up sheet. So if you want to know of our activities in your zip code, you can go to our website, you can sign on to our website, put in your zip code, and any activity that we do during the course of the summer, you'll get an email saying we're going to be in this park or we're going to be in this particular area doing adult mosquito control. So I think that's a good service to the public, and we want people to be able to recognize what our activities are as we go through that. But our public information is also giving a lot of presentations to neighborhood associations. We do a lot of fairs and events on the weekends to try to make sure that the public is being informed about what they can do to try to prevent mosquito production and, of course, being bitten by mosquitoes. The second component is our surveillance program. So we set traps out throughout our district multiple traps. We pick them up for the most part on a daily basis, and we're gauging what the abundance of mosquitoes are in any particular area. So we want to know in this neighborhood, are they going up, are they going down? And then of course we're testing those mosquitoes to see if they're carrying virus. And specifically the one that we're most concerned with now is West Nile. That's one that's been endemic in our area since 2003 and will not be going away, and we continue to have people getting sick from West Nile on an annual basis. But our surveillance program also includes dead birds. So if you see a dead bird, you can go to our website. There's a link there that will take you to the State Department's website, because it's actually a state-run program through CDPH, California Department of Public Health. We want to know where that bird is, and we'll come up and we'll pick it up, we'll test it, and we'll find out if it died from West Nile. Typically, if it's got tire tracks, probably not West Nile, but if any other bird, specifically a corvid or crow in the summertime, we do get quite a number of positives, and so we want to know that. So that's another part of our surveillance program. The third component is our biological control. So we plant mosquito fish, and at our facility down in Elk Grove, we have 23 ponds that are dedicated towards breeding mosquito fish. We plant about 4,000 pounds per year in areas like backyard swimming pools, wetlands, rice fields, irrigation ditches, all of those things. Wherever they may proliferate, that's where we want to plant them. They're about 2 inches. We're probably the largest mosquito fish breeding facility in the country. Very proud of that particular program that we have. And of course, those are free of charge. So all you have to do is give us a call, and we'll come out and make sure that it's going to be a suitable place where the fish will survive and do their job. And if it's not, then we'll give you some other options as to how to try to take care of the mosquitoes. Then we get into our physical control program. This is something where we have some heavy equipment. We have a dump truck and a backhoe. We actually work with landowners to try to be able to minimize mosquito breeding on their property. So if somebody has a choked off irrigation ditch or something like that, we can go out there and help them, work with them to be able to try to get that water flowing so they're not breeding mosquitoes on their own property. And we work extensively with large agencies like U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, California Department of Fish and Wildlife, Nature Conservancy, Cosumnes River Preserve, anybody essentially that we think that the physical maneuvering of dirt might help the mosquito production, we'll come out and try to work with those particular agencies. And then we get into our control, both larvicide and adulticide. And so our staff essentially are assigned to a particular zone. So there's somebody assigned out here to Folsom. They're in this area every single day. They're looking for and treating as they find mosquito breeding sources. So they're doing service requests at residentials and homes. If somebody that may have a backyard swimming pool, doing catch basins, any place where we have a history of breeding mosquitoes, they're going to be checking that essentially on a daily basis, making sure that those adult mosquitoes are not coming off. When we do start to get high levels of adult mosquitoes and or virus activity is when we start to implement our adult mosquito control program. And our adult mosquito control program is anywhere from a backpack of somebody walking through a particular area, making treatments for adult mosquitoes, to ATVs or trucks or even an airplane. I don't think we've had a history of doing any airplane over Folsom, but in 2005 when we had the very large, we were very much right on the cusp here and did quite a bit of aerial applications. And so that is another component of our program. And when we do that, we want to make sure that the public is aware that we're going to be doing it. We give information on our website, and we try to reach out as best as we possibly can so people are aware of what it is that we're doing and why that plane is flying over their house. So specifically, why are we here? Partly is because of the diseases that mosquitoes can carry. And West Nile virus is the most prevalent disease that we have in the United States right now, mosquito-borne disease that we have. The CDC just put out a brochure that showed that in the last 12 years, that vector-borne disease has actually tripled in the United States. And so it is a big issue. We want to make sure that people are aware that there are specific dangers associated with vector-borne disease, specifically mosquitoes and West Nile virus, and there are very simple precautions to take. But within the United States, we've seen vector-borne disease numbers triple over the last 12 or so years. And so we want people to be aware that it is a concern and it's not something that they should just forget about. But there are other more exotic diseases that can come to the U.S. and specifically here in California. Dengue, malaria, chikungunya, Zika virus has been in the news in the last couple of years. These are all diseases that conceivably could be and get established here within the United States, and we want people to be aware of what the precautions are that they can take. Dog heartworm is also transmitted by mosquitoes, so we want to make sure that folks know to try to protect your pets, getting the appropriate medication for them will take care of that particular problem as well. Here's a chart specifically of West Nile virus activity in terms of human cases in California. A couple things I do want to try to highlight is that the number of human cases is severely underreported. A lot of folks that may feel sick in the summertime may never go to the doctor. They may never, and the doctors may never diagnose it. It's done by a simple blood test because there's no real cure. It's a matter of treatment of the symptoms themselves. And so of the cases that we had last year, as an example, you have 536 human cases. For the most part, about 75% of these are what we call the neuroinvasive form of the disease. So this is hospitalization leading to paralysis, blindness, and of course even death. And so CDC estimates that for every neuroinvasive form of the disease that's reported, there are anywhere from 30 to 70 cases of other folks that have been stricken with West Nile and ever exhibiting symptoms. So you're really talking about tens of thousands of people on an annual basis within California that are getting the disease. And we want to make sure that people are aware it can be very serious. And so the disease symptoms in and of themselves start as flu-like symptoms, and some people can recover very quickly. Within a week or so, they can be right back on their feet. However, that part of the flu can also last for weeks and or months on end. And so there was a study that was done by California Department of Public Health, I think back in about 2007, where they interviewed folks that were experiencing symptoms from West Nile, and over 50% of those folks were still having some symptom 1 year later. So, sometimes you never really fully recover. And so that's why we want to make sure that people are aware that it can be a very serious disease, but there's very simple things that you can do to try to help prevent that. Another thing on this chart I just want to try to highlight, you notice in 2014 and 15 we had a high uptick of numbers. We're actually attributing that to the drought. It seems a little counterintuitive. You would think that with less water you'd have less mosquitoes, but West Nile is a bird disease, so it's carried by birds and vectored by mosquitoes. So a mosquito bites a bird, picks up the disease, then bites another bird and passes it on and goes from there. So when we had the drought, wherever we did have water, we had the congregation of both birds and mosquitoes in the same place, and it tended to amplify the numbers, which is why we've seen the reduction of cases over the last couple of years, because we've kind of come out of that drought a little bit. And we hope that the drought measures that people were putting into place, and specifically like municipalities like Folsom and Elk Grove and those types of places that were saying, hey, let's do some water restrictions and make sure that we're not running water off onto the streets and getting into the gutters, that really helped with the lower mosquito production from that. So here's an outline of the city of Folsom. You guys did pretty good last year. So the triangles there are positive dead birds, and the red circles are positive mosquito collections that we had. So you can see within the city of Folsom in and of itself, we didn't really have a lot of West Nile virus activity last year. We'd start to see a little bit more as we get a little bit over to Citrus Heights and Rancho Cordova. And for the district last year, we had a much lower West Nile virus activity throughout our district, but specifically in Folsom, only one dead bird, which is great. And so we want to make sure that we're encouraging people. If you see a dead bird, again, go to our website, give us a call. We want that. We want to be able to test it and try to see if we're finding the virus in the birds and or the mosquito populations. So what are we expecting for 2018? So it's difficult, obviously, for us to tell what's going to happen this particular year with virus activity until we start to get a little bit more into it. But we did have a wet spring, so we are seeing a number of sources out, and we're treating those actively now. We're going to have a big increase in rice this year because of the availability of water, and so that's going to be a big challenge for us. But we always want to make sure that we're reminding people to try to go around their own yards once a week and dump out any standing water. The other thing that we are concerned about, and I think I brought this up over the last couple of years that we've been here, are invasive mosquitoes. So within the world, there's about 3,500 different species of mosquitoes. Not all of them transmit disease. Not all of them even bite humans. Some of them are very specific. There's one particular species of mosquito in South America that only bites this very small frog. So if you don't have that frog, you won't have that mosquito. We here in Sacramento have about 24 different species of mosquitoes. Some of them transmit disease. Specifically, West Nile is the ones that we're concerned of. But the ones that are starting to make their way into California, the Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus, or the Asian tiger mosquito or the yellow fever mosquito, are ones that are getting established in Southern California, and even in populations as close to us as Turlock and Madera. So very similar climate to what we have here, and it may be only a matter of time before we get these particular species of mosquitoes established in our area. We are currently on the lookout. We have yet to detect it so far. We hope it takes a little bit longer for us to find it. We have a very robust surveillance system, and we'll do our best to try to keep these at bay. But the concern with these, again, is that these are very efficient vectors of those exotic diseases, Zika, dengue, chikungunya, and we get those cases every single year. So we have folks that travel to areas like Mexico or South America where those diseases are endemic. They get bitten by an infected mosquito, they come back here, and that means that if we have the right type of mosquito, then we could have local transmission, and that's what we want to make sure that we're trying to avoid. The other issue with these particular mosquitoes is they are very active around people. They like to be indoors, and so that's why you tend to get some level of human transmission associated with these, and that's why we want to try to do our best to eradicate them as soon as we potentially detect them. So what do we ask the public to do? We ask what we call follow the 7 Ds. First, drain any standing water on your property. Make sure you're not breeding mosquitoes on your own land. If you know of a neighbor that maybe has a bad pool, give us a call. That way we can kind of take care of it. 2, dawn and dusk. 2 and 3, dawn and dusk are times to avoid being outdoors. That's when mosquitoes are most active and they're looking to take a blood meal. So in the middle of summertime, when it's 100 degrees, mosquitoes are really small. They don't like to be active. So they kind of hunker down and they come out when the humidity comes up and it gets a little bit cooler. And that's why we see them at dawn and dusk. And so that's why you want to make sure if you can avoid being outdoors at those times. If you do have to be, dress in long sleeves. The less skin that you have exposed, the less apt you are to be bitten by a mosquito. If you can't do that, then defend yourself with an effective repellent. We buy these repellent wipes. We buy it by the pallet. We got tons of it. We want it to be used. And I know you guys have concerts in the park and activities in the summertime. All you have to do is give us a call. Be more than happy to drop them off. We want it to be used. So we've got a ton of it sitting at our facility down in Elk Grove. We want it to be used. Please give us a call. Let us know when those events are happening, and we'll drop it off, or Craig can come down and pick them up for you. The 6th one is doors and screens should be in good working order. Again, as the evening comes through, we start to get those breezes that we want to cool off the house. Mosquitoes are very small, and they pick up the carbon dioxide that you exhale. So if your screens and doors just have that little bit of a crack, mosquitoes will find their way in. You want to make sure that you're protecting yourself and your family. And then the last D, of course, is district personnel. This is what we do. Give us a call. We typically come out within 24 hours. We understand that the earlier we can jump on the particular problem, the better off we are long term. And we also take anonymous calls. So again, sometimes we have neighbors that go, oh, he's got a bad pool. I don't want to get anybody. We don't care. We just want to find the pool, treat it, take care of it, and we don't need to let the neighbor know who called or anything like that. So if you have any questions, all you have to do is give us a call. And so you can find more information on our website at fightthebite.net, or give us a call at 1-800-429-1022. And with that, does the council have any questions? I talk fast.
No, that was a very, very good presentation. Questions?
Great presentation, and I'm just hoping that people bother to pay attention to the great information. Thanks for coming out again this year. And Craig, you know how many concerts go on in this community, so you might want to come home with a pallet of those.
We can make that happen.
I'm almost thinking we could set up a booth at the concert in the park and pass them out, make people aware of it.
Absolutely.
If they don't know it, we set up, we won a couple of weeks in a row. That also might be an easy way to get the word
Picnic
out.
in the park or the ones that happen down at the amphitheater on Sutter Street.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you need, just let us know. We'll be more than
coordinate
happy to
with,
make sure it happens.
We know where he is, so we'll find Craig. But thank you for taking time again. We appreciate it, and that's why we love to have you back.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you in 12 months.
Yes, sir. We'll see Craig next week.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
The
guys.
other thing I was going to mention, our district staff.
Yes, we can put you on the record, Craig. So we can hear you.
He's one of the few people that we actually can hear from the audience, though.
but.
The other thing I was going to mention is our district staff have been working very closely with the city, with all the South of 50 development, working with the developers, the city, make sure the best management practices are implemented for keeping mosquitoes at bay, so we don't have detention basins that are going to be full of cattails or wetlands that are put in and then not maintained. So we're
Good.
working very closely.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We got an aggressive program with drones too, so we're doing a lot out there. Thank you.
Cool. Well, thank you again, gentlemen. So call the next item, please.
Next item is 5B, the city manager's financial report for fiscal year 2017-18, third quarter financial report.
Jim, good evening. We're fighting the bite, so go ahead and hit us with it.
Yeah, I was going to say, between that report and mine, this is an exciting evening. So,
Yeah, but yours won't make me itchy like the last one did.
No, actually, I have very good news. So, Jim Francis, your Chief Financial Officer, and this is the third quarterly financial report for this fiscal year. To start with, I wanted to show you a comparison of where we were budget-wise with what we're projecting. You can see that revenue is pretty close. We've come in a little above our revenue budget. Our expenditures are below what we had projected in the budget, and which gives us a change in the fund balance of higher than, we had $1 million in the budget that we had hoped to add to fund balance. That's going to be about $1.6 million, and your unassigned fund balance should be about $17 million at the end of the fiscal year. So once again, you've had a budget, you've adopted a budget that relied on expenditure control and not on revenue gains to add to our fund balance. And this just demonstrates that somewhat. If we look at actuals to actuals for the last 2 years and this year, our revenue is up about 3.7% to $85.6 million. Our expenditures are up about 7.7 to 84 million. Again, the change in fund balance, which will bring that to 17 million, or about 20% of our expenditures, and that's right in the ballpark where we had anticipated it. If we look a little closer at the revenues, property taxes being our largest source of revenue is up 4.7%. The sales tax figure is a little misleading. It says -4. That's because the prior year we had overpayments by the Board of Equalization, which raised our amount to that 24/7 number. The actual increase would have been about 6% in our sales tax had we not had that occur. Our charges for services are pretty flat from last year, and our transfers in were up, and that was the equipment replacement account where we had some one-time purchases that were authorized. If we look at the major expenditure categories, again, we have salaries up about 4.6, and that's generally in line with what we're anticipating. Benefits up 7.5%, and that's primarily your PERS increase. Your O&M costs are up about 7.4%. A lot of that was some contracting we did, especially for monitoring south of 50 activities. And capital outlay, again, we tried to increase that through some one-time expenditures coming in. Debt service is up slightly, again, a little misleading. We got rid of our City Hall debt during the year, but we did add the SACOG grant for the Johnny Cash Trail, which is why that's up to about 2.1. Again, this is our chart on fund balance, and you can see we were at 19.9, going up to 20.3 at that 17 million. And then next fiscal year, we've got 20.6 at about 18 million. If we look at the Water Enterprise Fund, fees, charges for services are up to 14 point almost 5 million. Again, we had gone down during the drought year to a little under that 12 million mark, so we had dropped about $2.5 million in revenue on the Water Enterprise Fund. We've now recovered most of that. Our expenses are up, and again, that deals with some contract monitoring services that we had for south of 50 and the work going on.
But isn't that all being reimbursed by the landowners?
It is, but it appears here as an expense. It will be
But I
reimbursed.
think it's important for anybody who's watching this to know that that is being reimbursed.
Yeah, and that's somewhat reflected in the charges for services, the reimbursement. There's a timing issue, but it's somewhat reflected.
And what's the
there.
transfers out, Jim?
That goes primarily to other funds and primarily to the general fund for services by finance, human resources, those kinds of activities.
Mostly to your department, basically?
Yes. And we're a deal, too. Our working capital will stay about $9 million, and that's similar to what would be fund balance for the enterprise funds. Wastewater, again, charges for services are about flat this year. Expenses are up just slightly, and working capital remains about the same. Solid waste, the charges are down a little bit, and that's because of the revenue from recyclables that has gone down and over the past year, and so that's how that's reflected. Again, expenses are pretty flat, and as we've tried to point out, no debt service in this particular fund.
Jim, quick question. I'm not sure if you are the best person to answer this or who is, but as far as the solid waste stuff,
Yep.
is it a question of less recyclables or just lower reimbursement costs for disposing of them?
That would be the lower reimbursement costs. Rejected recyclables into the waste stream. The whole China recycling issue is part of it.
Oh, okay.
Our recyclables are too dirty for them to accept. Literally, that's what.
Well, and it's basically that, those numbers have been decreasing for a very, very long time. I don't think there's any lack of recycling based on what I see in my cul-de-sac.
What's being bought?
My next door neighbor must get, 12 boxes a day from Amazon. I don't know where they put them all.
The Transit Enterprise Fund, which is reimbursed by intergovernmental revenue from the Transit District. Revenues are down slightly. Expenses are roughly the same, up a little bit, and we have about $2 million of working capital, and that will stay that way. This fund pays for itself over time through the intergovernmental funds, and so the numbers will fluctuate based on prior payments, but it pays for itself in the long
And this
run.
is basically only the bus service? It doesn't include any RT component?
This is only the bus service. It does have the payment that we make for light rail in here.
Okay.
Yeah. The Risk Management Internal Service Fund, again, has all your insurances in there, health and dental and vision and so on. Revenue's up somewhat. Operational expenses are up slightly. We have about $7 million on the unrestricted net position, which is up from last year. The major categories you can see are the acting employee health, which is actually down, and we attribute that to the more and more employees picking the high deductible plans that we have as an offering. Retiree health is up, as is workers' comp and our liability insurance, and those are run through a consortium. That fund's doing well. Just a kind of a list of the capital improvement projects. This represents only the expenditures made in the fiscal year. It doesn't mean it's the total project cost, but it's only the expenditures in this fiscal year. And these are the top 10, if you will, in terms of expenses. Economy Park, which is going to be dedicated soon. Johnny Cash Trail and the Fire Station 39 and Empire Ranch are the three biggest ones. And you can see just the diversity of kinds of projects that we're involved in terms of our capital program. And with that, I'll end and see if there's any questions.
Any questions for Jim? Well, as always, Jim, thank you and your staff for not only a wonderful job in putting all the numbers together, but as importantly, making them very easy to understand for not only us, but the public. So thank you again.
Thank you.
And I like good news when our fund balance keeps going up. You never know when that next rainy day is coming, that's for sure. So, okay, with that, clerk, please call the next item.
Your next item is business from the floor, and you currently have no request to speak.
Okay, don't see anyone running down for that, so call the next item. I'm sorry, Andy?
Okay, I thought we were already on consent, so I'm ahead of myself. So
So now we're there.
Would you like to announce the item, man?
That would disturb our city clerk, I think, if I did that.
Mr. Mayor, next is your consent calendar.
I'd like to pull D,
D as in dog,
yes.
and G as in girl.
And I just need to pull item C for a separate vote to recuse myself. The architect mentioned in there, Kalpo, Hom, and Dong are currently, I'm in contract with them for some work at one of my restaurants, so.
Okay, so I'll move items A, B, E, and F.
Second.
Okay, so was that a second?
Give it to her.
Okay, Carrie. Okay, call the roll, please.
Councilmember Howell?
Yes.
Moran?
Yes.
Sheldon?
Yes.
Gaylord?
Yes.
And Miklos.
Yes, clerk read item C, as in Charlie.
So item C is resolution number 10123, a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement with Kalpa Hom and Dong Architects for Fire Station 38 architectural services and appropriation of funds.
I'll move the item.
Second?
Okay, got a motion second, call the roll, please.
Councilmember Howell?
Yes.
Sheldon?
Yes.
Gaylord?
Yes.
And Miklos.
Yes, and item D, if you can call, or read that one, please.
Item D is regards to the city council salary. This is ordinance number 1284, amending section 2.06.010 of the Folsom Municipal Code regarding city council salaries. This is presented for second reading and adoption, along with resolution number 10124, setting city council salary at the rate authorized by ordinance number 1284.
Okay, so I think, Carrie, did you pull that one?
I think it was just for separate vote, Carrie.
Just for separate vote.
Okay,
So
call
I'll
the
go
roll,
ahead
please.
and move that item.
And they got a motion
A second.
and a multiple seconds on the right-hand side. So call the roll, please.
Councilmember Howell?
No.
Moran?
Yes.
Sheldon?
Yes.
Gaylord?
No.
And Miklos.
Yes. Okay, and then resolution, I'm sorry, item G, call that one, please.
Item G is resolution number 10128, authorizing the city manager to execute a subdivision improvement agreement and accept offers of dedication for the Mangini Ranch Phase 1, Village Number 1 subdivision, and approval of the final map for the Mangini Ranch Phase 1, Village Number 1 subdivision.
Okay, Roger, that was your item?
Separate vote on it.
Okay, call the roll, I'll move the item.
I'll second it.
Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Howell?
Yes.
Moran?
And I just want to note that every single condition that is required to be completed prior to the pulling of the first building permit or the completion of the last building permit has been satisfied in the document. I read through all 128 conditions. So
Okay, and I think-
enthusiastically, yes.
And I think that was confirmed by the planning director. I see a nod going over there. So, okay, so call the roll, please.
Moran?
Yes.
Sheldon?
Yes.
Gaylord?
Abstain.
Miklos.
Yes. Okay, call the next item, please.
Your last discussion item tonight is new business item 8A. This is resolution number 10125, authorizing the mayor to execute an employment agreement with the city manager.
Jim, are you presenting this one? Oh, you're
I
wearing your other
am.
hat.
Jim Francis, your Chief Financial Officer. The state statute requires me, in the case of any agency executives, to report prior to your action a summary on the salary and compensation paid in the form of fringe benefits. In this case, the item being presented is for the employment agreement of the city manager, and that's the only position involved. A brief summary: the contract before you will provide payments of a $245,000 annual salary, payment of 7.5% of salary as deferred compensation, a $500 per month auto allowance, a $200 per month expense allowance, a $100 per month technology allowance. It has fringe benefits consisting of annual leave, and then the payment of premiums for health insurance, dental insurance, vision insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, retiree medical insurance, and Social Security and Medicare. These are all done in the same manner and with the same provisions as is currently provided to all other city employees. And lastly, there's a severance provision of 12-month salary and benefits for the first year of the employment agreement, and after that, it would be a severance of 9 months. And that's my report.
Okay, any questions of Jim? Okay, so I'll lead this one off. So the direction from the city council was a unanimous vote to appoint Elaine Anderson as our next city manager, subject to contract negotiations. And I want to thank the city attorney, as well as Elaine, for having a very open mind when we had this discussion. I felt it was appropriate, as Jim Francis outlined, that she gets the exact same benefits as the rest of the city employees. So we moved that straight across the board. She did accept a salary that's lower than certainly our city manager. It still puts us in the middle category for
I mean,
all
our
our
previous city manager.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's not previous, he's still our manager till 15th. So puts her still in the medium of all the jurisdictions around us, and I appreciate Elaine taking that approach. I think she's worth much more than that, as I believe Everett was and a lot of our other city managers. But so I really appreciate your leadership on that one. That was very, very generous of you. The 12-month difference is because, quite frankly, as we've done in previous sessions with other managers, we have a new council potentially taking hold in November, so there's a 3-month uncertainty, and I felt it was appropriate from past practice to have a 12 months severance package the first year and then revert back to what every other manager got in their contracts as well, which is reverting back to 9-month and being consistent, again, with what we've done with previous managers. And so other than that, I felt very comfortable, given the direction the city council discussed. We're very supportive of Elaine, and so at this time, I'd like to entertain questions or comments from my colleagues about what's with the item in front of us, and at the appropriate time, I'm hoping we have a 5-0 vote to approve her contract. So anyone like to say some comments?
Nope, congratulations, and thanks for getting this done so quickly.
Ditto.
I'll move the vote.
Okay, I got a motion from Councilmember Gaylord.
Second.
Okay, got a motion second. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Howell?
Yes.
Moran?
Yes.
Sheldon?
Yes.
Gaylord?
Congratulations. Yes. I said it, but not the
He's already congratulating her.
And Miklos?
Yes, so congratulations, Elaine.
Thank you.
Mayor, you're going to have this on the next meeting. I'm actually have to sit up there with you guys because Everett's on vacation. I said, well, I guess so appropriately. So congratulations. We're very happy. And my colleagues and I are very thrilled to, again, give you an unanimous vote on this one and
Thank
looking
you,
forward to your leadership.
Thank you, Mayor Miklos and members of the council. I so appreciate your trust and confidence in me, and I want you to know that I'm going to work every single day to earn that trust and confidence going forward as we serve Folsom. I also wanted to thank our outstanding city manager, Everett Palmer, who couldn't be here tonight, but I suspect he might be watching. So I just
He's
wanted...
eating lobster somewhere.
Okay, well, I'm hoping he's watching. Perhaps we'll see it later. So Everett, to you, thank you for your leadership, your mentorship, and most of all, your friendship for over 13 years. I am forever grateful. And finally, I wanted to thank just Folsom itself, which has been a tremendous, astonishing, ongoing gift, frankly, to my family, me, my husband, and my children for over 27 years, and I'm absolutely honored to take on this special role for this incredibly special city, so thank you.
Very nice. So with that, call the next item.
Your next item tonight is city manager reports.
Back at you, Elaine.
Oh, goodness, okay. All right, so I wanted to lead off, first of all, by thanking for the huge city and community team that made last week's Amgen Tour of California Men's Stage 6 event such a huge success. From public safety to traffic control to logistics to outreach and everything in between, you all helped make Folsom shine on an international stage, and I'm very grateful for everyone involved. The Lake Natoma Trail Gap Closure Project is underway. So the Leidesdorf Street Trail connection to the Lake Natoma Trail American River Parkway will be closed until the end of June due to the Lake Natoma Trail Gap project. The project will create the first Class 4 bike trail in the city, providing a continuous path around Lake Natoma with connections to the Johnny Crash, Folsom Lake, and American River Parkway trails. And we expect that project to be done by September of this year. Summer in the Parks series is starting on June 1st and will continue through July 27th in City Lions Park. And first up is the reggae band Island of Black and White from 7 to 9 p.m. on June 1st. Wanted to remind everyone that this June primary is bringing about new voting procedures for anyone living within Sacramento County. So all registered voters should have already received a vote by mail, and you can return that vote by mail in the envelope provided, or you can also drop it off at any number of Sacramento County vote centers. If you're wondering where where a Folsom vote center is, one of them is our own Folsom Fire Station 35, but you can find others on our website at folsom.ca.us under City Hall and City Clerk. Otherwise, visit the county's website at elections.saccounty.net. The Folsom Public Library is kicking off their wonderful summer reading program with prizes and special events, and so take on a reading challenge sometime between June 1st and July 31st. And the library is also hosting a virtual reality expo on this Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m., where you can experience virtual reality and augmented reality technology. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it sounds interesting. 3D painting and modeling demonstrations. So that's it for me tonight.
Okay. Next item.
Your last item tonight is council comments.
Okay, before I open up to my colleagues, I have something that I would like to read to everyone, including the people in the audience and watching this. So bear with me, because I actually, one of the rare times I actually put some notes down, because I want to make sure I got it right, because we had a little confusion in the city. So many of you in the audience and out there watching or listening this evening have probably already received a mailer from the city advertising a public hearing on July 10th. The purpose of that public hearing was to consider adjustments on water and wastewater rates. There's a lot of good information in that mailer, so hang on to it for now, but it's definitely premature. First of all, it talks specifics about proposed adjustments. In my very strong opinion, we're not just there yet without first talking to our community in a meaningful way in dialogue. We're not ready to be talking specific numbers, but hang on to those things, because at some point in time, we may refer back to them. Also, the mailer says nothing about solid waste rates, and solid waste rates must be part of this conversation. So we're talking about all utility rates at the same time. Part of my role as mayor is to set the city council agenda with the city manager. I don't feel like this item, I just don't feel like this particular item is fully baked and ready to present to the public. So I've asked the staff to take the July 10th public hearing off the calendar, come back to us at a later date with a workshop to talk about all three enterprise funds at the same time. That way we involve the community in a meaningful dialogue, in a meaningful way, and tackle everything in one unified fashion. So if you're out there, the proposed water and wastewater rates you're seeing in the mailer are off the table. We're backing up, looking at context, integrating solid waste, and then moving to the next step. I apologize for any confusion. I'll take full ownership and responsibility for the confusion. Please watch for our public announcements about future meeting dates and additional information. And thank you for your patience. And again, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. I'll take full responsibility for it. So with that, we'll move on to council comments. Start, Andy, you're in.
Sure. So just on that note, thank you, Mayor. And there was actually that flyer had a lot of good information in it as far as a lot of work. And I just want to thank our Utility Commission for their work in getting us that far. I know Roger was on our Utility Commission prior to his service here on the council. So that work certainly has and will continue to have a lot of value. But that was one of my questions, was when we're looking at 5-year plans, it was pretty obvious to me that we would need to consider our solid waste utility fund too. And I know all the years I've been on the council, we've always considered those together so that there wasn't this confusion, since that utility bill is, kind of an add of all those enterprise funds. So I think that's prudent and good for the community. So just a few items here. As our new city manager, soon to be, mentioned our Amgen hosting the 6th stage of our race this past Friday. And it was nice having Carrie and Ernie and Roger there, and Steve, thank you for all the preparation work there. I just want to share, comments from a couple of the organizers of that race. Were, again, just so impressed with the level of organization in this town, but also the participation, which kind of is connected to the organization. So Robert and Christine was really moving people around related to you know, making sure we were where we needed to be just to assist with media stuff. But again, another great home run for the community with that event. And, you know, they never like to hear this, but they'd like to be here every year. So, but I know in the best interest of managing everybody's resources in the city, you know, that's, we always share that's unlikely, but we do look forward to, you know, in a couple of years, doing something again. But that just was a wonderful event, and again, straight from the organizers. We're very appreciative. So thank you very much. And again, Elaine, thank you for thanking everybody involved in it. I know it's a giant team. So. Just mentioning a few other things here. You know, we don't have a meeting again till beginning of June, so congratulations to everybody graduating from elementary schools and junior high schools, and colleges. It's a busy time of year for all that, and a lot of excited kids and excited parents. So congratulations to all those folks. And then lastly would just be Memorial Day. We do have some events in the community here. I believe our vice mayor will be handling a number.
I will.
Oh, you're handling some of this stuff as well. So anyway, and I'll let them share that. But we always at 11 a.m. I believe at Lakeside Cemetery there. A very nice ceremony. You know, just really paying our respects to all past casualties in war, and then also a great opportunity to thank our veterans. And then lastly is what has been an annual tradition for a number of years now is our Wounded Warrior Run, which starts at Vista Del Lago High School these days, and that is run at 8 to 8:30 in the morning, depending on the race you sign up for. So
I think that's on Monday, right?
yeah, that is on Monday as well. So both those are Memorial Day events. But just encourage the community to get out there and participate in any way possible. Those are, as we all know, very noble causes here in the community and across the country. So with that, I'll say good evening.
Okay, Gary? Ditto to what Andy said. Congratulations to all the graduates, regardless of where you're graduating from. I know I'll be at the Folsom High Scholarship Ceremony tomorrow night, presenting a scholarship on behalf of one of the community groups here in town. So, and congratulations to my friend Logan Wilkinson, who's graduating. Friend of Steve's as well. Yep. Just everybody, again, because there's, you know, it's a holiday weekend coming up. There's a lot of people out and about. The council members all got an email about somebody running a stop sign on Empire Ranch Road and having his mother fairly seriously injured in that kind of crash. So please pay attention. And pay attention to what you don't expect to find on the road. Twice in the last week, I've been in places where I've never seen this specific thing before, but giant turkeys in the middle of the road. So, and this was, one of them was like on Prairie City over by the high school, and that I thought was really surprising. That's a high traffic area. Didn't expect the turkeys to be over there. So just watch out. You never know what's going to be out there.
Hey, Roger.
Ditto to kind of what council members Moore and Howell said. AmGen was a huge success, so congratulations to all the staff and volunteers for that. Folsom PD and Folsom Fire especially for everything you guys are doing on that. Congratulations, Elaine.
Thank you.
No worries. And actually, last week I got to sit in my first SACOG meeting as in Steve's seat, Mayor Miklas's seat, and it was pretty cool. So I'll be taking that over next year as well.
One
So
of the best seats in the house, I'll tell you.
it was good. Everyone expected me to answer everything though, so it was kind of weird.
Thank you for doing that. Yeah. Mr. Vice Mayor.
Well, I will be at the Warrior Run for the mayor. I'll do that job get up in the morning. He likes me to get up in the morning. And I will be over at the memorial affair at the cemetery because I am a veteran. I do go every year. So I'll be there to encourage Carrie to do a good job. I'm sure she will. Tomorrow is the Folsom High Awards Night. Likewise, I'll be over there representing the FAA. We get out about 5 or 6 awards. So it's a good thing. It's a tremendous amount of community awards that are given out, plus naturally the national ones. It's a real good thing. It's a lot of fun being there. It's great to see the kids are also excited, you know. And again, the AmJam was good. A lot of people. And it was a little different. I don't think it's as exciting as if you have a stage. So, Robert, next time we want to time trial. Yeah. So it's fun, you know.
He's almost running from the building.
Yeah.
Sorry, Robert, I actually agree with Ernie on this. I like the time trials better.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So that's your challenge, Robert. The cell town's always full of excitement, and it will be this weekend. Will be booming. So be careful.
Okay. I want to thank certainly Robert and your staff for the mayor's ride on the 11th. Well over 200 people there, except for one little boo-boo with a Band-Aid. Everything went off as a hitch, without a hitch, I should say. So appreciate all the work. And actually, it was kind of unique, and I think one of the TV stations said it, but it was really weird. It was on May 11th. It was the 11th year as a ride and my 11th year as mayor. So I made a couple comments about either crap tables or a lotto ticket. So it's all kind of weird how that worked out. But I'm really happy that it worked out real well. I definitely want to take a personal moment and say thank you to Tina Makua for Good Day Sacramento, because I think she's covered all 11 years. KCRA, I think, has covered almost all 11 years, including the one year they had followed us with a helicopter. Mike DeSell has always been very kind to the city of Folsom and gotten involved, so thank you for that. I'll be representing the city council at the Folsom Lake High School graduation, so I'll be the keynote speaker on behalf of the city council, so I'll make sure, if you guys are there, I'd certainly love to introduce you while you're there. I'll be doing that graduation. And then it's just for a sad note, I'd like to close the meeting on his behalf. So one of my closest colleagues from another city passed away Monday. Ed Grimes, who is the 6-time mayor of Tehachapi and a 28-year member of ACAPS, one of my mentors, and actually brought me up through the ranks. And I think if Jason Browning were here, he'd know who I'm talking about, because Jason knows Ed quite well, including the last one we just had at Harris Ranch in October. So unfortunately, he contracted cancer, and they gave him 6 to 9 months to live. And when he told us 2 weeks ago, I wasn't expecting to get a phone call that he passed away within 2 weeks of when he told us. So I'd like to adjourn the meeting this evening in the name of Mayor Ed Grimes, Mayor of Tehachapi. So with that, meeting adjourned.
Yeah.